the National Football League on EA Sports.
And we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni.
It's the Raiders and the Titans.
And it's all up next.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's...
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Sheds off the tackle, and the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Return team. Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. And you see the numbers in last week's game for Warren. 9 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
And that's just not enough carries for a running back to get loose and really feel like he's into the game, because they have to have enough volume to establish a rhythm, not just for themselves, but also to get in sync with their offensive line so they can read the blocks properly and they can execute them. I expect them to get a minimum of 15 carries in this game, and the optimum number would be 20 plus.
Here's Minshew. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jeffrey Simmons able to record his 5th sack of the season. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Minshew. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception.
And right away, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw it, Minshew. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Tucker. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Warren will try the right side. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all, and you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
They go back to Pollard on second down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Second down, Pollard again. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Byron Young forcing his way in there for the sack. Was certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
And he's able to get it out of there. Fielded at the 43. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Now run straight ahead with Warren. Brought down on the play by Amani Hooker. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Now the Titans getting set to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. To about the 48-yard line. You look at this Raiders defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. 3rd and 5. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Down to the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. So the pick 6, and now Levis right back to the air. He completes it to Boyd. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Levis looking to throw. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo. That'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. Oh, nice move. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Levis to throw it. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Minshew sets to throw. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They cut him on back-to-back plays, breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play, and on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And they'll accept that penalty. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Levis. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It's second and inches at the 50-yard line.
Now Levis keeps it option left. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
First and 10 at the 49.
Working from the gun, here's Levis. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Little bootleg here, Levis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
At the Raiders' 36-yard line.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. Levis to throw off play action. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
It's now third down.
Levis. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Levis back to throw. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 21, here's the 2nd and 8. Now Levis. Over the middle, complete. It's Boyd. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 4.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now again, it's Levis looking to throw it. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Michael Mayer, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. You talk about this Titan defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Here's Jackson. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Time for Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense to take over now. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession. This 2nd and 4 as they've got it as we resume action. In motion left goes Boyd. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Back to throw, it's Levis. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench, not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
On the give, it's Warren. A beautiful fake. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Raiders on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. A handoff for Warren, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. With it is Jackson. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Titans now just about ready to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 9. Levis sets up to throw here.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Running left, it's Warren.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 26-yard line.
First carry of the game for Zamir White.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready, and above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
They called the corner blitz, and Roger McCreary, he got in there and earned the sack. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. On the return, Jackson. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense set to go again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
And here's Zamir White returning to the field.
He only has a single solo carry. One. Numero uno. Second quarter, they need to get in the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only one carry kind of takes me back to college in the classroom. Not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more and find out.
Will they incorporate him? We'll find out. Skirts by him at the 35. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Not only an explosive play, but an explosive run. I mean, broken tackles along the way to pick up that yardage.
The way things kept churning for him, feet were moving, the legs were driving. Looks like someone who spent his off-season working on hill work, running through sand, all the things that you want to build up those leg muscles.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
At their 48-yard line.
On the run, it's Warren.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Well, maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he felt he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Levis from the gun. Got his man, Okonkwo. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Play action now. Levis. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Here's Minshew. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the 2 of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there. Good enough to move this. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Looking to throw it. Minshew. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Now Minshew. His throw incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 2-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
And that'll be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Levis looking to throw. He'll find McMillan here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Levis to throw it. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. He's got his target. That's complete. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where you see the final score there. Xavier Worthy, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Jordan Love, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. 16-10, the final. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Titans offense and quarterback Will Levis ready to go to work once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Still third down.
And that last penalty makes his third down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Here's Levis.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Illegal blocking the back. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They'll run it. Warren.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 20-yard line.
Here's Warren.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Minshew sets to throw.
And that will be incomplete.
Roger McCreary, the man in the right spot to knock that away.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
This is fielded at the 27. A very good return that time. 18 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And now a fake there on the jet sweep as they'll give to Pollard.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Working from the gun, here's Levis. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
13-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Got his man, it's Warren.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Now a run with Warren. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Warren, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is brought in at the 21. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Steps away. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Levis out of the shotgun now.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Powers through. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
Now the Vegas offense heading back out there.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Throwing on 2nd down. Minshew. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. He'll look to set up his blockers.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. The Titans set and ready to go on offense.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Raiders pick it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They'll drop to throw.
That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Out come the Titans now. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Now 2nd and 5. Now Levis.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Levis.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he's got some space here.
Down the sideline he goes. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 17-yard line.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Levis sets up to throw here. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
3rd and 6.
Back to throw, it's Levis. Here's a screen now for Pollard.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Infraction, defense.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Still 1st down.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Levis back to throw.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 39-yard line.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Off play action, it's Minshew. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
3rd down and 6.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And that is incomplete.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas.
And taken right at the 35.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. Levis from the gun.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On 2nd and 10, Levis. This is caught by McMillan, and he's brought down. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, Pollard. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And Boyd in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. In motion goes the tight end. From the 24, Levis. Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
5-yard gain on the play. That's another Titans first down.
Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Option play, here's Pollard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Levis looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And all about and now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Pollard is in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, We get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field.
Now the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing.
Fights through and now a crease. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll keep it on the ground. Warren, he had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10.
Here's Minshew. And that's complete to Adams. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw it. Minshew. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Raiders first down.
Minshew sets to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
And 7 at the 25-yard line.
Now Minshew.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Minshew not coming off. They'll try and go for it.
On 4th down, Minshew.
That's caught by Tucker.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. They'll run on 1st down. It's Warren, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Looking to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Credit the sack there to Harold Landry. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
2nd down, goal to go. Now Minshew.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the play.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So Levis and the Titans now
down by 1. A little under 40 seconds to go. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on 1st down.
To the sideline and incomplete. Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Levis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Here's Levis. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
Here's Levis.
And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense and their running back Jalen Warren headed back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Here's Minshew.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Tennessee, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.